Hello everyone. Today we are going to start new topic again, that is Ingenhousz experiment. What is that? Ingenhousz experiment. You can do this experiment at home also. Okay. What is that? Ingenhousz experiment. What is the aim of this experiment basically? Okay. What is the aim? To compare thermal conductivities of different materials. Of different materials. Okay, Ingenhousz experiment. And what is the use of this experiment is to compare thermal conductivity. How to compare this thermal conductivity and what it is saying that? It is saying that according to this law, according to this law, the thermal conductivity K is directly proportional to L square. What is that? Thermal conductivity is directly proportional to L square. What is this L? Where K is thermal conductivity of a material and L is what? L is what? Length of wax melted on rod. Length of wax melted on rod. Understand what is this L? L is length of wax melted on rod, and therefore we can write like this: K is proportional to L square. That is, I can write K by L square is equal to constant. What is that? K by L square is equal to constant. Clear? This is what? This Ingenhousz experiment statement. And therefore, if you want from this K1 as to K2 as to K3 is equal to L1 square as to L2 square as to L3 square. Yes or not? Clear? Because it is directly proportional. So if you want to take ratio of this, then you will take direct length ratio. Understand this Ingenhousz experiment? Wait. Now, what is its experimental setup? First of all, note down this. Note down fast so that I can tell you how is the experimental setup of this experiment. Okay, finished. Okay, let's move ahead. Now, for this, what requirements are there? Let's do this experiment, or let's learn how to do this experiment. First, aim. What is the aim of this experiment? To compare thermal conductivity of materials. So what we are going to do through this experiment, we are going to compare thermal conductivity of different materials. So let's see what are the apparatus required. Apparatus for this experiment. Iron box. Okay, iron box. Next, rods of different metals, we can say. Next, wax and hot water, or boiled water also you can say. Hot water, just take. I'm writing here hot water. You can say boiled. Very easy. Now, let me draw the diagram. Okay, see here. So diagram I am giving you how to do this experiment. So first you have to take a rectangular iron box. Okay, what I am taking? Rectangular iron box. Rectangular iron box. And I'm trying to draw a rough diagram so that you will understand better. Yes, can you see? This is the iron box. Okay, and in this water is there. What is there? Water. So you can fill in this water like this. This side you can coat with a pencil if you have. Okay, if you have pencil, just coat this side so that it will be like a 3D box. Okay, color it or not necessary also. If you understand also better. Enough, more than enough. Okay, you can put like this. Yes, and in this box hot water we have poured. Okay. If suppose this is a mug, we can say, in which hot water is there. What is there? Hot water. We have poured in this box. Clear? Hot water we have poured. Now take some rods. Okay. I am changing the color now. Let me take red. I am taking some rods and keeping like this. One. Okay. And this one is of another material. Like this. Two. Then this one is third rod. Okay. And this one, which one you want color? Okay, let's take this black. How it will be? Okay, no problem. Just like these rods we have taken. Clear? Yes, now it is okay. Can you see clearly? Now diagram is very nice. Yes or no? Now we have taken some metal rods. Clear? Okay. These all are different metal rods. Let us suppose first rod. Shall I give name it as A? This is A. This one is B. This is C. And this one is D. Okay. How many rods we have taken? 4 rods we have taken. A, B, C, D. Now, see here what I am doing. A is, let us suppose, silver rod. Silver rod. B is, let us suppose, copper rod. Which rod? Copper rod. C is, let us suppose, which one you want? Let us take iron rod. Iron rod. And D, let us suppose we have taken as a glass rod. What is that? D1 is glass rod. Let us suppose it is having, as this is a silver, so I am writing it as a Ka. This one is having conductivity Kb. This one is having conductivity Kc, and this one is having thermal conductivity Kd. But you can write here as a silver for Az, copper for Cu, iron for Fe, and glass as a G also. Denotations doesn't matter, you can denote according to your convenience. But whatever I have denoted, for silver rod, thermal conductivity is Ka. For copper rod, thermal conductivity is Kb. For iron rod, Kc. And for glass rod, Kd. Okay, sir, this we understood K, but what about length now? See, what we are doing, wait, I am taking which color? Let's take pink. Now, see. So, what we will do now, can you see this coating? Wait, black we will take, so that it will be, see. Now, what we are doing, can you see this black color? I am going to coat this complete rod. Yes, this complete rod I am going to coat with the wax. What I am going to do with the wax. Similarly, this rod also I am going to coat with a wax. Complete coat करना है आपको. Yes. What you have to do? You coat this rod completely with the wax. Can you see what I am doing? Yes, I am coating these rods with the wax. Yes. Wax नहीं है तो आप grease भी ले सकते हो. You can use grease also if wax is not there. Yes, coating finished. What we did? We have coated that all rods with the wax. Clear? क्या किया है हमने? We have coated all these rods from outside. Yes or not? With the wax. Clear? What we did? We have coated all rods with the wax. Any doubt? Okay, sir. We understood what we have did till this moment of time, or what we have done till this moment of time. We have taken an iron box. In that we have poured hot water and we have inserted all these rods. Sir, but should we take uniform area of cross section, because conductivity is depend on area of cross section also, length also? Yes. So I am writing here, you can see what is that. Keep it in mind, rods should be have, this is very important point, rods of different material should have same length and same area of cross section, isn't it? So these rods should be have same area of cross section. Same area of cross section means here, if this is a rod, yes, this area, ये जो area है, this should be same for all. This area should be same, and this length should be also same. Area and length same should be for all rods. L, comma A, same for all rods. Okay, sir. But this now still I am having doubt. Which L is directly, or which L square is directly proportional to K? Wait a minute. Listen. Now here in this, each rod has same length. Okay, we have coated wax uniformly over the all rods. Let me write some points. See here, all rods have same area of cross section. Same area of cross section and same length. Okay, next, all rods coated with wax uniformly. Next, one end of all rods is at hot water end. Right. Now listen. Let LA, LB, LC and LD are the lengths of rod up to which wax melted. Means let's go back to the first point. Now see here, let us assume that in this case the wax is melted till here. In this case, let us suppose till here. In the third case is, let us suppose, up to here, and in the fourth case is till here only. Understand what happened? See, let me draw the diagram. ये देखो यहाँ तक जो क्या है, इधर का वैक्स क्या हो गया, मेल्ट हो गया. Yes or not? Can you see this one is melted now? This will melt till here. Can you see up to this length? Different lengths are there. Although the complete length of rod is same, but let us assume that this length is LA, this length is LB, this length is LC, and this length is LD, up to which the wax has melted. Yes or not? Up to which the wax has melted. Clear? Understand? So you see, from this conductivity, you can see up to which the wax has melted. The one who has the more conductivity, that rod will have more length on which wax has melted. Yes or not? So can I say like this? Therefore, Ka is directly proportional to Ls square, Kb is directly proportional to Lb square, Kc is directly proportional to Lc square, and Kd is directly proportional to Ld square. Isn't it? Right? So can I write like this? Therefore, Ka by La square is equal to Kb by Lb square is equal to Kc by Lc square is equal to Kd by Ld square should be always constant. That is what the Ingenhousz experiment. What is that? Ingenhousz experiment. Even the same thing you can write like this also. Ka by Kb is equal to La square by Lb square. If you are comparing with these two, anything you can write. So if you will keep in mind this one, this is more than enough. Understand? You can rearrange later. So what is the conclusion? Can I make like this conclusion? See here, can I make like this conclusion of this experiment? Can I make like this conclusion? See here, more length of wax melted, more is the thermal conductivity. More is the thermal conductivity. And vice versa. So from this experiment, who will have more thermal conductivity? Obviously silver. Who will have more thermal conductivity? Silver. Then copper, then iron, and then glass. Okay. So in this, whatever the rods I have taken, I have assumed that all these four rods are of silver, copper, iron, and glass. According to your rods, You may get different arrangement also. If you have connected glass rod here, you may get less length, you may get here more length. That is according to your wish, how you are connecting or where you are fixing which rod, isn't it? Right? Clear? So understood this Injun-Hodge experiment clearly? Okay, next. So note down this page. If you have doubt, direct call me. Okay, next. Now, let's move ahead. Let's solve one small problem on this Injun-Hodge experiment. Very small problem, you can do very carefully. In the Injun-Hodge method, in the Injun-Hodge experiment, to compare the thermal conductivities of different substances, to compare the thermal conductivities, to compare the thermal conductivities of different substances, the length up to which wax melted, the length up to which wax melted in copper and zinc rods, in copper and zinc rods are 9.3 centimeter and 5 centimeter respectively. 5 centimeter respectively. Compare their thermal conductivities. Compare their thermal conductivity. This is chinna pillalu vastu, isn't it? है ना? Compare their thermal conductivities. है ना चिन्ना पिल्लल वस्तु, राइट? तो कैसे करेंगे? हिंट तो बिल्कुल आपको जरूरी नहीं है. तो गिवन क्या है देखो, गिवन length of copper they have given how much it is, 9.3 centimeter. Okay, next they have given length of zinc rod, है ना? तो ये कितना है? 5 centimeter. This is 5 centimeter. Next what he is asking, K of Cu as to K of Zn you have to do. Now is it necessary to tell you? Can you do it yourself? K of Cu by K of Zn is equal to L of Cu square divided by L of Zn square, and find out this ratio. You will get the answer, and then find out K of Cu is equal to how many times K of Zn. Yes, it is very easy. Just you have to do square. No need to convert meter also because it is a ratio. So no need to convert direct, you can substitute 9.3 square by 5 square value and calculate. Isn't it? Very, very easy. Go ahead fast. Okay. Next. Now, can we do this experiment at home? So see here. Try at home. Let me see who will demonstrate the best experiment. Who will demonstrate the best? So what you do, you take a plastic tin box, जो lunch box रहता है ना, छोटा सा west lunch box of hard plastic. Wait. Let me give you clear instructions so that you will understand and you can do it easily. Try at home. Try at home. What you do? See apparatus. What you can use your own apparatus also if you want. Whatever according to you, the possible things you can do it. Apparatus. What I am telling you is hard plastic lunch box. Hard plastic lunch box. जो वेस्ट है ओके नहीं तो अच्छे को नहीं अच्छा यूज नहीं करना है वेस्टेड जो वेस्ट बॉक्स है ना यू कैन सर्च जो वेस्ट है वो यूज करो द वन हु इज वेस्ट नेक्स्ट you use 2 rods only let us take I think you will get iron wire you will get है ना iron rod that is wire next you can take aluminium wire you will get easily of same aluminium wire you can say okay and if possible copper also you can take these three metals it is possible iron rod aluminum rod copper rod or wire of same length and of same length and area of cross section any two out of this any two minimum 2 is required understand minimum 2 must ओके दैट्स इट हो गया क्या करना है आपको देखो दिस हार्ड प्लास्टिक जो लंच बॉक्स है यू मेक दिस 2 to 3 holes in such a way that even you can make at bottoms but you keep it in mind that whatever the diameter of your rods is there that much only you make the holes and you make arrangements so that water should not leak on that rod only rod it should be dry no leakage of water from it and now you fix in the first hole whatever you want let us suppose aluminum I have fixed or let us suppose copper then I have fixed suppose like this here this is what iron and this one is what let us suppose which one what is the third one copper aluminum and aluminum we have to okay this is aluminum so you can write here Fe also not an issue okay you can write 41 now these rods you coat with vaseline रहता है ना घर में vaseline या तो आप wax भी यूज कर सकते हो लेकिन wax जरूरी नहीं है because that candle is again that is very hot no need vaseline लगाओ vaseline है ना वैसलीन रहता है देखो घर पे या तो फिर ग्रीस लेके आओ ग्रीस रहता है ना ग्रीस जो ऑटोमोबाइल में मिलता है देखो कहाँ पे भी जाओ थोड़ा सा वैक्स लेके आओ हमें कितना चाहिए छोटा सा ग्रीस लेके आओ एक छोटा सा मतलब जो हम 2 या 3 रॉड अच्छे से कोट कर सके वैसलीन या तो ग्रीस लेके आओ दैट्स इट हो गया फिनिश्ड एंड नाउ as I told this is a hot water mug boiled करके you just boil the water and pour into this suppose now here till here you have over the water. No need to what you can say, no need to keep any lid. If you want, you can keep also, not an issue. And you see up to what length the wax is going to melt. Measure that length. Measure that length. L of Cu is equal to how much? L of Fe is equal to how much? L of Al is equal to how much? After 30 seconds. After 30 seconds. Everyone, you measure. After 30 seconds, or you can take after 1 minute also, according to your wish. Check it. But don't take that much so much time, so that all this copper all will melt. Up to here, till here, if it is coming, then measure according to lengths of other rods also. Got it? And then what you do, इंटरनेट पे जो K of Cu है या तो फिर K of Al है, वो एक बार लिख के लो. You just write down here. What you do, this copper, thermal conductivity of copper and thermal conductivity of aluminum, note down this. And here you see L of copper and L of aluminum. Square it and find out this ratio. Call this equation number 1. And this ratio you call it as equation number 2. Understanding? Wait. What you have to do now? Already I told copper, you just keep grease on this, keep grease on this, and keep grease on this also. And keep it in mind, all should have same area of cross section and length also. You search 3 rods or 2 rods of same length and same area of cross section. Yaad rakho. And then measure L of copper, L of ferrous, L of aluminum, up to which the wax has melted. Okay, this is for melted one. What is this for? Melted wax length. Melted wax length, not the total length. All will have same length only. Now you find out L of copper divided by L of aluminum. Note down that values, and whatever you are getting ratio, call this equation number 1. Then you go for values of this K of copper divided by K of aluminum. Standard values. Okay, this is equation number 1 from internet. And check equation 1 is equal to equation 2 or not. Check it, demonstrate. Okay, make nice video. Understand? Make nice video and check you are getting or not. Understand how to do? Clear? So try at home this one. Very easy. You can keep wax or even Vaseline. Clear? Got it? Okay. So I'm waiting for your response. Let me see how many of you will do. It's very easy. Just 2 rods of same length and same area of cross section. Clear? Any 2 rods of metal, you can cut it later with same length and then insert in that box so that it should not leak, and hot water and Vaseline or grease you apply and check how much it is melting, and that ratio you find out. Clear? Okay. Let's move ahead. Next. Next topic, that is radial flow of heat. Radial flow of heat. What is the next topic? Radial flow of heat. Okay, so how this is? Wait. Now see here, we are having one shell like this, and I am taking another shell something like this. Wait, little big we will make. Okay, अब ठीक है. Yes, like this. One shell is here, another shell is there, and I'm taking some uniform cross-sectional area. Yes, like this. Okay. So how it is? Let's see. This one is what? D theta, and this outer shell, which one is blue, from this point till here, and for this inner one, let us suppose this one is R1. Okay, how many radius we are having? 2 radius. This one is R1. Which one is R1? Inside one. Inside one is R1. And this is point P. What is this point? P. And outside is what? Radius is R2 for this outside shell. And whatever we have considered, this shell, we can say this one. This is your R. What is that radius is? R. This one, the blue one. Here. Okay. And let us suppose this length element, I am taking this as a dr. dr. So what is that here? Two shells of radii R1 and R2. Okay. And between these two shells, medium of thermal conductivity K is medium of thermal conductivity K is present. Means what? You see this red shell and this outside blue shell. In between this, you are having K. And why I am taking this dr and d theta? So that if I am considering small element, I can calculate for bigger one. So in between red and blue, you are having some material medium, understand, whose thermal gravity is K. Now, heat is conducted from inner to outer shell. Okay, heat is conducted from inner shell to outer shell. Okay, and what is the temperature here? This is theta 1. This is what? Theta 2. This is what? Theta 1, and this is what? Theta 2 is. Now, we have chosen element dr at length r from the point P. Now we know one formula. What is that? Q by T is equal to H is equal to Ka into theta 1 minus theta 2. Yes or not? Divided by length element dr. Length element dr. Or L. This is our common formula. This is what? Common formula. Yes or not? CF. CF means what? Common formula. Here can I write like this? H is equal to K into A into d theta by dr. D theta by dr. What is d theta? Temperature difference. What is dr? That width. Okay. Now, here A is what? Area of this shell, surface area. So can I substitute like this? H is equal to K into 4 pi r square into d theta by dr. Nothing I did, just I have substituted the surface area of that shell. Surface area of sphere, we can say. What is that? 4 pi r square. So nothing to do. Next page. Now see, if I will transfer this theta terms one side and r square one sides, what I am getting? See here, I got like this. H is equal to Ka d theta by dr. So at this place of A, what I have substituted? K into 4 pi r square into d theta by dr. Let's substitute here. Transfer the terms. So this 4 pi K this side, d theta also this side. So H by K into 4 pi into d theta. Yes or not? Yes. Clear? देखो एक बार क्या आ रहा है? H by 4 pi K d theta is equal to, what is left here? R square by dr. Isn't it? Check करो. What I did? H by K 4 pi into d theta and R square by dr. Okay, right. Now I am taking reciprocal. So 4 pi K into d theta divided by H is equal to dr by R square. Taking integration or just by integrating by integrating what we are getting, integration from theta 1 to theta 2. Why? Because we are having temperature theta 1 to theta 2. 4 pi K into d theta by H is equal to, here integration from R1 to R2 dr by R square. If I will find out this integration, this 4 pi K H is constant. So 4 pi K by H, yes, integration of d theta. Integration of d theta from theta 1 to theta 2 is equal to, this is what? R power minus 2 dr integration from R1 to R2. R1 to R2. Clear? So here what I am getting now. So here this integration, I already told you x power n dx integration x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 है ना. तो यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा r power minus 2 plus 1 by r minus 2 plus 1 only. Yes, isn't it? What you will get minus 2 plus 1. So this is you are getting minus 1 by r this side, and limits is what r1 to r2. Here integration 4 pi k by h into here direct what you are getting theta. D theta integration is theta 1 to theta 2. Okay, and here it is r1 to r2. Clear? Note down fast. Yes. Next. Now what you got 4 pi k by h into what is your put upper limit, subtract lower limit. Put upper limit, subtract lower limit, theta 2 minus theta 1. You can see here. Here what I did, theta 2 minus theta 1 is equal to minus 1 by r2 minus minus of 1 by r1. So plus हो जाएगा. Yes. Yes or not? Now if I am multiplying with minus sign, what I am getting 4 pi k by h into theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to 1 by r2 minus 1 by r1. What I did, I have multiplied with minus sign. So इसका LCM ले लो, क्या आएगा r1 minus r2 divided by r2 r1. Yes or not? r1 minus r2 is equal to what? This one, r2 r1. And now if I want r1 r2, 4 pi k by h into theta 1 minus theta 2. And therefore if I want r1 minus r2, I am getting 4 pi k r1 r2 into theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by h. This is what thickness formula is. If you are getting this formula, you can solve any type of problem on this radial flow. It is very easy. Just integration already you might have learned in straight line integration part. So there are two shells of radii r1 and r2, and how the heat is flowing radially. That is what about this experiment. What you can say this topic is. So just a common formula we have to use, and just d theta and dr, and just take integration. You will get the formula for this. Clear? So note down this, and let's stop here. Okay. So enjoy the day. Bye. And one more thing, don't forget to try that experiment. Please try it. It is very nice. Okay. Bye.